just rule it all. Look what happened with 2020. They were able to say that 2020 was not stolen and get away with it because they controlled everything. It was against the law, basically, to say that 2020 was stolen. If you said it anywhere on the internet, it didn't matter if you said it on Xbox, if you said it on PlayStation, on Facebook, on Twitter, even on here, you would be removed for election disinformation or whatever. Yeah, they went to straight war. They went to war. We are at war. We have to acknowledge that the enemy is firing all their cannons and all their guns, and we have to fire back. That's the simplest way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, like, it's a big gulp moment where you're like, oh my God, like, we were literally about to be run over and crushed and killed, and the country was about to be forever ruined. I mean, run by trannies, run by ruthless propagandists, and just low IQ shit. So that's I mean, literally, when you have to essentially, and like what Musk says, it's not just about getting rid of the bureaucracy. It's about getting rid of these agencies. They are outside the confines, the charter and the scope of this republic. All of them. The only fucking agency in our Constitution is the Census Bureau. That's the only one, and that's a statistical gathering organization. The IRS, the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, and the 450 other agencies that employ over 2 million people in this country, even the Army, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, the Navy, we have to trim down, slim, make it lethal, make it effective, and cut the bullshit. Because if we're just going to keep borrowing from the Federal Reserve, which is really technically a global bank, I mean, these central banks, I want to work at one because their pensions aren't going to go away unless we make them go away. Like, radical change is now, and Trump is the guy to do it, because it's finally transparent. It's finally out there in the open, and everybody's just like, what? The average taxpayer is just like beyond belief scared. They're like, why am I even paying taxes? This is crazy. Like, you guys are wasting everything on scams and frauds. So I want to see arrests, and if we don't see arrests, I believe that we should start instituting citizen arrests and organize citizen councils against radical terrorists, domestic terrorists, frauds, and scammers, because all these major cities are controlled by fraudsters and scammers. The city of Chicago is run by a communist fraud. Everything in society today is still fucked. And until Trump, in my opinion, starts using his best asset, which is loyal, patriotic military officers, fire all the fucking fraudsters and get real patriots from West Point, from Citadel, from VMI, from the Naval Academy, put them in positions of power and have them start doing actual arrests. We can't keep letting taxpayers at the municipal level or the federal level keep getting desecrated and destroyed day in and day out. We want no more international regime changes until we have domestic regime changes.
Mike, you're there?
Everything that's been happening federally is also happening locally. All the scams and frauds, all the DEI, CRT, BLM, LGBTQ bullshit that is happening at these agencies with these Fugazi scam contracts is happening locally, domestically, in every major city. It's rampant. Everything is bankrupt and broke. It really is true, but yet we just keep borrowing because it's fiat currency. So we have no morality, no ethics. It's all just frauds and scams, and it's profound, and it's everywhere.
You're right, absolutely. Mike, what are your thoughts on this? Yes, Mike.
I agree that there's a ton of corruption going on. I agree that it's relieving to see Trump going after the waste and the fraud with Doge. I agree that there's fraud on all sides.